Dear Patriots, before the news starts, please subscribe to our patriotic channel by clicking the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up to this video. Don't forget to leave your opinion below in the comments section. Share the news on Facebook and Twitter so you friends see it. Thank you.
Fighter Mike Huckabee just said the one thing about Trump and Hurricane Harvey he wasn't supposed to. Leave it to old Governor Mike Huckabee to be the only voice of reason when the whole media world is going to hell in a handbasket. If you get news from MSNBC, CNN, Washington Post, New York Times, or one of the other propaganda sources, you would believe Trump went on vacation to free Arpaio to avoiding the hurricane altogether. So wrong. Mike Huckabee just revealed that Trump's hurricane response is not only good, it is downright historic. Former Governor Huckabee rightly pointed out that President Trump almost immediately issued his state of emergency, has been in constant contact with the governors of the hit states, especially Texas, since way before the disaster struck. There have already been well over 1,000 rescues since the storm hit just yesterday, and the White House, in conjunction with FEMA and the National Guard, is working overtime to make sure this natural disaster doesn't become a tragedy. Heck, today alone President Trump has already held 2 cabinet meetings on the hurricane response and is showing future presidents exactly how a real leader handles a disaster. Of course, this whole catastrophe is still a long way from over. The water is rising and more people need help. Trump is doing everything he can, as are our government services, so, for now, let's offer prayer and goodwill until this crisis ends. Violent video media doesn't want people to see what alt-left thugs do to this Trump supporter. This is Berkeley, California in 2017. The far left-wing Antifa rioters are tearing apart their own city in protest of the Oregon-based Patriot Prayer Group that had to cancel their free speech rally last year. The Trump supporters are being called Nazis by the media and alt-left protesters. If you ever wanted to see what communism taking over America looks like, it was that video below. These Marxist anarchists hate our Constitution and want to tear apart the country. Antifa stands for Anti-First Amendment. An army of Antifa people started shouting "Block up!" and doing the following. Here is a bird's eye view of the Antifa terrorists that are running around Berkeley today via Josh Kaplan. This is in America. I repeat. This is in America. Share this if you think it's time to make this country great again. The alt-left wants to make America hate again. Do not let their words fool anyone. We need to get these videos in front of the public. The media is covering for these violent anarchists. Help spread this everywhere and expose them. Paul Ryan just flipped. Look what he just did to stab Trump in the back. It's very well documented that House Speaker Paul Ryan is still a supporter of President Trump. During a conference call, Paul Ryan told Republicans that the following: "I am not going to defend Donald Trump, not now, not in the future." According to the Wall Street Journal, House Speaker Paul Ryan criticized President Donald Trump after he pardoned Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio. Ryan's spokesperson Doug Andres said the following: "The Speaker does not agree with the decision. Law enforcement officials have a special responsibility to respect the rights of everyone in the United States. We should not allow anyone to believe that responsibility is diminished by this pardon." Paul Ryan is a snake in the grass and is not fully behind Trump. It's time to drain the swamp, y'all. We need Republicans that will back our elected president. Share this if you think it is time to drain the swamp of all these backstabbing Republicans. Look at what the GOP-led House of Representatives did for the entire month of August. I'll give you a hint: nothing. Are you tired of the Republican legislature not doing anything? As God is my witness, liberals just destroyed Scarlett O'Hara with this sick move. Alright, As if the left hadn't gotten ridiculous enough, this just about takes the cake. First, they want to remove historic monuments, then they attack Dolly Parton's Dixie Stampede. And now, Gone with the Wind is under attack. A theater in Memphis, Tennessee, the Orpheum, has shown the beloved 1939 film for the past 34 years. But now, the board of directors of the theater has decided it's insensitive, so they are pulling it from next summer's movie series. The theater held its final screening of the great film on August 11. The board issued a statement saying, as an organization whose stated mission is to entertain, educate and enlighten the communities it serves, the Orpheum cannot show a film that is insensitive to a large segment of its local population. This is just over the top. Gone with the Wind is a beloved film, and a best-selling book. Are they going to ban the book, too? I always thought it was the left that was most against banning books, art and the like. Y'all, this is just getting insane. Protesting against actual white supremacists and actual Nazi lovers is one thing, but they are taking it way past that. If you agree, please share this everywhere and comment "We love you, Scarlett." H.T. The Daily Caller. Right after pardoning Joe Arpaio, Trump just did something huge for Sheriff David Clarke. Donald Trump may be president now and working hard to try and put our country back together with his time in office, but that does not mean he forgets the people who got him there. Just last week the president issued a pardon to Joe Arpaio, a retired sheriff accused of violating a court order. Today, he gave a special gift to another cop buddy of his, Sheriff David Clarke. President Trump told everyone how good Sheriff Clarke's new book Cop Under Fire, Moving Beyond Hashtags of Race, Crime, and Politics for a Better America. The president tweeted, "A great book by a great guy, highly recommend." Lefties hate Sheriff Clarke, mainly because he is a conservative black cop. He also has driven them crazy by going after BLM, Antifa, and other leftist hate organizations. If you were not already aware, Clarke also was one of the first people to defend Trump's response to Charlottesville. He saw it for what it really was, a declaration that our country will not tolerate hate on either side. Sheriff Clarke is a man who simply has dedicated his life to upholding law and order, and there is nothing wrong with supporting a hero like this. Help the good man out by sharing this out and, if you are a reader, buy his new book. It comes highly recommended by the President of the United States, after all. Here he comes. Trump just announced something huge for Texas that has everyone smiling. Remember back when Obama took forever to visit the poor Louisiana flood victims? Donald Trump went instead, delivering goods to the poor people. And he is doing it again. Well, the president has a big surprise in store for Texas on Tuesday. Now that's gonna blow everyone away. President Trump will be visiting Texas on Tuesday to help with Hurricane Harvey. The announcement was just made from the White House today, with Sarah Huckabee Sanders telling reporters. The president will travel to Texas on Tuesday. "We are coordinating logistics with state and local officials, and once details are finalized, we will let you know. We continue to keep all of those affected in our thoughts and prayers." President Trump himself candidly hinted at the timing of the trip in a tweet earlier, although how soon it is was the biggest surprise. "I will be going to Texas as soon as that trip can be made without causing disruption. The focus must be life and safety." If you are happy that America finally has a person in office who actually remembers WHO got him elected, help share this out and let the world see how presidential Trump is. Fix is in John Podesta's dirty Russian secret leaked on Fox News, and it's awful. The MSM created the conspiracy theory that the Trump campaign worked with Russia during the 2016 election. Although no information at this point has never been substantiated. As reported by Fox News' Maria Bartiromo, John Podesta went and discussed his closed-door session with the House panel. According to the Washington Examiner, the Podesta group filed several disclosures to the Justice Department on August 17 that is related to pro-Russia Ukrainian think tank. In April, the Washington lobbying firm that was run by Tony Podesta filed a document saying that they worked for the pro-Russia European Center for Modern Ukraine. Share this right now to expose the Democrats for the crooked traitors they appear to be. They have more ties to Russia than Trump.